I never have.
You are unbelievable, Len.
That's true. If I saw her in
She
Colorado,
passed
I
us.
wouldn't even know
Never
who
mind,
she
let me
was.
speak. I'm speaking right at the
Yeah, go
moment.
ahead.
Len, you can have your turn.
What's he doing with her there? Having sex in his little truck?
I thought you didn't pick sides.
I certainly don't.
That vehicle's never been in their yard, ever.
Oh, that's such a lie. How
not.
can you lie like that?
Let's
because
say-
he's calling me a liar.
Oh, I'm clear on that.
If he passes these tests, he's psychotic.
I'm a forensic psychophysiologist. Psycho meaning mind, physiology meaning body. I study how does your mind affect your body. I'm an independent seeker of the truth. Your lie will affect you. Your lie will affect those you love. You can't run from the truth. I'm Ken Donaldson, the lie detective.
I didn't say get it next week.
Yeah, you said you're getting one. I was listening in amazement.
And then you told Alex to go on research to find one, and Alex found one, and now we have one, and we can get
I don't recall saying all that.
Yeah?
The other day, I make mention about a Great Dane, and now I'm being held to that. And, you know, I want a dog, but, you know, our life is pretty chaotic and stuff. There's a lot going on. We have 4 kids in the house, so I have reservations about it. It's a lot of work, and I have to make sure that my kids are going to help with that. And I have not created a contract with you, Alex. And that computer, you got to spend less time on the computer. I'm not going to, you know, your dog's not just going to watch you play that thing all day. So what would the
Me?
contract consist
No.
of? What's your job going to be?
Alex. Then you have to
I don't know.
because I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Dibs out.
Well, if I had to pick up the poo, I get to pick the name.
No.
What name would suit the little black and white one?
You gotta go with one of my names.
Leo.
Gigantor,
No.
Shazam, Dr. Livingston.
Leo. Shazam is just creepy.
Those are good dog
None
names.
of them. None, Dad. None.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. We've got to get to work.
Leslie, you gotta remember, there's 2 sides to every story. You've only heard from Gail.
It's hard for me because I've talked to her in such great length that I'm so concerned for them. I see more than just a polygraph for infidelity here.
Len told me that he would change. And I believed him.
My wife has changed totally since we moved here. She never used to be like this.
Tell me why you're here.
Because Gail accuses me of screwing half the women in. I flirted around and did my thing and I admit that. But
Right in front of
since
me,
we
Len.
come to I haven't done a thing wrong and I've been accused of it daily.
Len has fooled around for our entire married life. I left Len in 1989.
Okay.
And it was 96 when Len asked me if he could come back. And the first year, things didn't seem so bad, but I never saw much of Len. And he said, if you want to see me, you come out to the garage. So the next morning, I took coffee out there, and he just kept right on doing what he was doing. Never spoke to me. So I tried 2 more times. He did exactly the same thing. And the sex, I thought we had a pretty good sex life. And it just stopped.
That's when you started your accusing.
No,
Yes,
Len. It just wasn't there.
Well, let's get back to talking about what's driven you here.
Well, some family wanted to set up a paintball place on their acreage. And they had a meeting. I didn't go because I had nothing to wear. All my clothes were too small. So Len said he was going to go. And it was the next week or the week after. And he said there was another paintball meeting at another person's house that lives right across the road from us. Anyway, I found out not even a month ago that there was no second meeting. And I'd like to know if was there and if there was a woman with black horn-rimmed glasses there, or if it was just and Len.
So you think he's making up a story about this meeting in order to cover up a sexual relationship with somebody?
I don't know. I didn't know at that time. I was hoping not.
Let me ask him. What's up about the meetings?
There was only one meeting.
No.
I was only there for an hour. I had 2 beers, and I said I had to leave. And I went home. I was home by about 9:30.
I believe there was only himself and possibly a woman with dark-rimmed glasses.
Why do you think there's a woman with dark rimmed glasses?
Because I went and had a shower, and I went to bed, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, and Len wasn't in bed. And I thought, oh my God, one of those heavy pieces of equipment had fallen on him. I looked out the bathroom window, and there he was, kissing this woman like there was no tomorrow. Like,
This woman with the dark glasses.
yeah.
Never happened. I was in the motorhome because she'd been accusing me, and I used to go sleep in the motorhome on the couch just to get away from these accusations.
You are unbelievable, Len.
That's true.
Anyway, please
There was no woman.
ask,
That's all I'm going to say.
please ask that question, because he has told the kids that I was on so many drugs that I was hallucinating. At that particular time, I was on
We're getting that methadone.
I was on methadone, and I was on a different one. The methadone, the pain clinic, put me on that because this first medication didn't help me at all.
Well, why are you going to the pain clinic?
I have degenerative disc disease.
She needs help with everything because she has the disability with her back, but God damn it, every time you turn around, you accuse you. If I go out to the garage when I'm at home at night, she'll holler out the window that I'm screwing somebody in the friggin' garage. Oh, for Pete's sake, whatever. I still love her, but it's more fighting than it is anything else right now.
So I went in there, and I said, I'm here to help you with that swing. All of a sudden, he started calling me every filthy name that he could think of. And I'd like you to put that down and ask him
You don't
if
have to
he
put it down. I'll
calls
tell you
me
right now I do.
disgusting, horrible things.
You say the same thing.
Len, I wouldn't say anything like that in my life.
What do you say to the neighbors? What do you
Len,
scream?
I say going to bay. Now, this one day,
Are you
Len
you
was
guys having
going.
screaming matches with her?
I do, but this particular day, Len was going out an awful lot, and at the very last minute, I said to Len, "I'm going to Costco with you." I said, "You won't have a chance to phone your girlfriend."
Mm-hmm.
Well, Len had not treated me as nicely as he did when we were at Costco in 35 years. I was shocked. I was going to say something, but I didn't want to spoil the mood.
I was just trying to be nice, but it didn't work anyway. So.
Anyway, we go the back way home. And when we got to the railroad tracks, all of a sudden, Jeep went barreling by us. Now, if she'd stayed behind me, I never would have known that she was following us around Costco.
How do you know she was in Costco?
That's why he was so nice.
If I saw her in
She
Costco, I
passed
wouldn't
us.
even know who
Never mind,
she
let me
was.
speak. I'm speaking right at the
Yeah, go
moment.
ahead.
Len, you can have your turn. But then one day, I just happened to be looking out the window, and Len drove a small little Toyota, and if I didn't see that truck pull into his house.
That vehicle's never been in their yard, ever.
Oh, that's such a lie.
That's
How
not.
can you lie like that? Every time he goes to any store, She's there.
What's he doing with her there? Having sex in his little truck?
I thought you didn't pick sides.
I certainly
I'm
don't.
just-
I'm just asking you what you think he's doing there with her.
He's saying that he didn't kiss this woman outside. He did. Okay, now another thing. Len was outside mad as usual, and he was flashing his signal lights and his brake lights. And I thought, what's he doing? Is he crazy? Came home, and all of a sudden, her brake lights started blinking.
And you think they're signaling each other?
Hello. It could be, hello, phone me.
Morse code.
I mean, as soon as the goes to his workplace, she leaves.
Where's she going?
To meet
Len
me at
meets.
the mailbox.
And then Len, no.
Whatever.
Let me sort of just tell you what I do and how my test works. I do what's called specific issue polygraph testing, which means we're going to pick an issue and we're going to stick to it. I'm going to design one test. It's going to have 4 relevant questions.
It's not that.
Gail, I'm telling you though, I'm going to use 4 relevant questions. We're going to have 4 questions about sexual fidelity. Let's ask them. Have you had sexual contact with anyone other than Gail since you lived in?
No.
Have you had sexual contact with your neighbor since you lived in?
No.
What about the glasses?
Oh, let's get her in there too.
That's the most important one.
Okay. Well, I think the
Because
most
he's-
important one is sexual contact with anybody other than you.
It's
To
not
me,
just
that's the most
sexual
important
contact, it was the kissing.
one.
Okay.
Sexual
it's-
infidelity, we can tie in a lot of things.
And the
car,
kissing outside.
the
because
motorhome.
he said
that
that it
absolutely
didn't
is
happen.
connected with sexual contact, relationship outside the marriage.
These questions are the ones that really get me.
Okay,
Because,
but here's the way I see it. Let's
because
say.
he's calling me a liar.
I'm clear on that.
I just thought all this stuff would be cleared up. I'm very disappointed.
I mean, I'm limited in what I can do, Gail.
Anyway, you just ask whatever questions.
Well, I'm
you-
going to ask the questions that we discussed here.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
And
that's
that's
fine.
going to get to the bottom of a lot of stuff. Okay? Just give me a minute. I'm just going to head next door and get set up and ready for you. So, have we heard much from Len? No, not much. A lot from Gail. Not a lot from Len. Len's ready for the test, but Gail wants to talk. What?
You doing okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Fine. Gail just has a story to tell, so
yes.
I'm just letting her tell her story.
How can a person start over again at 62? You know, I don't want to live alone.
I think the only thing that's going to help is get off that medication.
But if she's got chronic pain, what's she supposed to do? How's she
Well,
gonna manage that?
Yeah, but they must have something else. I don't know.
Are you all right? Gotta throw those cigarettes away. Those aren't good for you, you know. They're bad.
Everyone in my family is quit.
I was the holdout in my family too. I quit about 5 years ago.
Well, I guess with everything that's going on.
You're stressed.
Oh,
You just lean forward and lift your arms. Just gonna do this up around your stomach and one on your ring finger.
Len has done a lot of fooling around. I mean, 31 years is a long time to have an unfaithful husband. And he's a chronic fibber.
Did you lie about sexual activity with anyone other than Gail since you've lived in?
No.
I've loved Len my entire life and have wanted him to love me. And I don't know what I've done wrong.
I think she's more upset that Len didn't accept a cup of coffee that she brought him, when really that's all she wanted is him to stop, spend some time, show some interest. It's hard when you don't really see what's going on with your partner, or you're so focused in your own self that you don't look at their needs, wants, you know, where you're falling short with your partner. What am I not doing for them that they really need? Did you lie about kissing that woman outside your motorhome before Gail confronted you?
No.
Did you lie to me about sexual contact with since you lived in?
No.
Did you lie to me about sexual contact in your garage or yard with anyone other than Gail since you've lived in?
No.
That concludes that chart. Just relax.
I hope it doesn't hurt to swallow. I have to swallow every once in a while. When
Yeah, we all do.
my answers start getting a little squeaky, I gotta swallow.
He looks tired.
Okay, you ready, Len?
Yep. Twice more.
Twice more. Two more, exactly the same, no surprises. Regarding your sexual activity, do you intend to answer truthfully each question about that?
Yes.
Did you lie about kissing that woman outside your motorhome before Gail confronted you?
No.
That concludes our chart. Just sit however you're comfortable.
Do you do lots of these?
All the time. You know, my work's a real mixed bag of stuff, but I do fidelity testing as much as I do anything else. Okay, let's get this last chart done, okay?
Alrighty.
Did you lie about sexual activity with anyone other than Gail since you've lived in?
No.
All right, that concludes this test. Just relax and I'll come take that apparatus off you. Take that and the other one.
You're not gonna tell me anything yet?
Oh, I gotta print the charts out and score them.
This has been hell for 8 years. The doctor put her on this medication after we come down here, and things have just gone for and she doesn't buy it.
W-I-I.
Maybe she doesn't even realize that she's the way she is.
Fresh air, open the...
This couple has some problems. They've had some underlying issues for a long time, being compounded by other issues that are going on. So I don't think that this is everything for them. I mean, Gail wanted answers to questions that were many and far-reaching and in a lot of different directions. And unfortunately, I just can't do that for her. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. These things take a little time.
That's all right.
Gail, I'm telling you, since you guys have lived in, Len hasn't been with any other women.
You believe that? I told you.
Now,
What about me seeing him kissing that woman outside the...
he didn't lie to me about that. He said it didn't happen.
He's a chronic liar.
I'm sorry, Gail.
I just think that is just so strange.
Nobody in that motor.
I told
and I blame it
you.
on the mixture of pills. That's what I blame it on.
Well, I can
It
tell
could
you.
possibly
I
be.
can tell you he's got nothing sexually going on with your neighbor.
Well, I find that very strange. You were kissing her, Len.
No, I wouldn't. no.
Outside. And that came out
The
that...
question was
that-
worded. Did he lie to me about kissing that woman outside your motorhome before Gail confronted you?
And I said,
And you
no.
passed
And
it.
he said no.
Well, it's not strange. Maybe it was the pills, you know.
I don't know. I also used the question, has he had sexual contact with anybody other than you in the garage or in your yard anywhere? So never mind the motorhome question. We
But
asked
what
about sex in the yard.
motels and...
Well, that was in the all-encompassing question. Has he had sexual contact with anybody other than you since you've lived in our community? People don't understand the polygraph. They seem to think it's a crystal ball that I can look into somebody's life and give them all the answers. I can only answer certain questions. It's all about did you do it, not did you want to do it, or are you trying to, or are you pursuing that? Do they want to have sex with somebody else? I can't tell them that.
I hope you accept it now.
Well, let's try and get along.
Well, you have to stop accusing now. I mean, you.
And you have to stop swearing at me all the
Well, I
time.
will. Don't accuse me, and I won't swear. I won't get mad and start swearing because that's where it comes from.
Okay, well, let's start to be nice to each other. I have to drop it. What's the point? You know, what is the point?
There's a lot of things that have to be probably worked out after the 6 years. It's been a rough 6 years. But we'll find out, I guess, how things go.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That's one of the longest interviews I've ever had.
That was a long day.
That was a super long day. I'm done.
He still is seeing that same woman. So nothing's changed. I don't know how he passed the lie detector test. I had a lot of friends, knew a lot of people. They were there to support me. And here I have no one. So I just have to put one foot in front of the other and get going with my life. But it's very hard at 62 to be starting over.
The truth is, nobody's stuck with anybody. If you make a conscious decision to make a clean break and start again, then that's what you can do. For her to think that she's stuck with him, she's not.
Her state of mind, the medication she's on, her lifestyle that she's living right now is hindering her from moving on. Go out for a walk, meet some friends, volunteer, do something, and start to rebuild your life.
Your new home, honey. Hey, let's go meet the family. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy.
Oh, look at all the toys.
Wow.
Oh, you dropped the toy.
Yeah, right now.
Look at how much he's grown.
So, Leslie bought the kids a dog.
Look at, oh.
He's a little dog.
Dad's
He's going to grow up to be a really big dog. So we're going to see how that's going to go.
Yeah, he is gorgeous. Look at him.
Of course, you notice, listen, my phone's ringing. Does anybody care? No? No, they don't even care. It's probably a business call. I'm missing out on some business. Hey, anybody hear the telephone?
Who needs a telephone?
See, they don't even care the phone's ringing, okay?
Ken, he's a big baby. He is going to love that dog all the time.
Hey.
I was a little nervous, but you know, seeing the dog here now and having the dog here, he's come to a good home. We'll love him.
No.